November 18th, 2020. I am sitting in the park that is in Thornton at the end of the street near the house I grew up in. By grew up, in this case, what I really mean is middle school years. Those last years of the endless summers before high school and all of the world changed. My world had just changed starting and even coming here. My parents had divorced and we moved out to this run-down neighborhood then. Not at all none of this that you can see behind me was built then. It was a very run-down, blue-collar neighborhood, very working class compared to what I thought we were and where we were going. My two older brothers were with me and my mother, and we got dogs. Could never keep a cat around that house, as I recall. Up the hill, there's some people practicing, I guess, for Christmas season. Kicked out of their houses and sent to the park to practice, and they can share their work with the public. I came here in particular today because the weather was overcast. It seemed to be a good mood. I have had in my belongings things I acquired on coming home. What has since become something of a death mask of my older brother, Richard. He died several years ago now. This mask he made while we lived out here in this neighborhood. And it's a pretty creepy thing to have around the house. There's a reason American culture moved on from having death masks. They're cool for historical people. They're weird for your relatives. I had kind of hoped that the fields that was across the street from the house would still be open, but they've all been built in. I think what I'm looking for now is the canal still runs through here, so I'm sort of looking for a spot where I can let it sink to the bottom, and maybe be preserved for an archaeologist 1,000 years from now. I don't want it in the house. Throwing it away seems profoundly wrong. And so that's old school. That was a sound we had back in the day. Bringing it back to this very close to the house that it was made. I drove by earlier and that house is still there. Since freshened up and run down again since that freshening. So yeah, I've got a bag. I look like a crazy old man. I've got my cowboy hat with me. I've got this mask, and I'm just hoping for a place in a moment without too many people that I can let go of this. I was reminded recently, just in some random internet article, that whole fact that time travel can never be a thing because the past doesn't exist. It's gone. But mementos, old wounds, these things stay with us. Nostalgia stays with us. So that's it. That's my thoughts. I'll post this to my personal YouTube channel rather than the Jackalope and Raven stuff. It seems a better place for it. 2020, the election's over, New Year's upon us. Hopefully it'll be a better world soon.